getting used to it. You understand? I was talking to my friend about packaging it as like a soup seasoning, like a flavored broth, dried,
Yeah.
have it dried, powdered, or sell it in the jars as a soup or a broth, but just, fishy flavoring, so people can connect to it better.
Oh, well, I can eat fish every day, so I know it would be something I would like.
Mhm. Ah, when you do you make soup or stew with your fish?
I have not acquired that culinary skill yet.
It's just like if you're cooking with a lot of gravy,
Uh-huh.
um, but keeping in mind that you want it to be healthy, so you put in whatever vegetables you want in there, or like if you have the carrots or we call it chocho. You have I don't even know what the proper name for this fruit is. We call it chocho.
Uh-huh.
Um, they also call it the poor man's apple because you can make pie with it. It's green. In some places in Barbados, they call it Christophine. I don't know I know the Spanish and the Jamaicans, they call it chocho. So
Hmm.
that is kind of a sweet. It also adds sweet along with the way apples would.
Yeah.
So that with your thyme, your parsley, your garlic. It doesn't even take much because really for broth, all you need is a tip of maybe you could use a sea salt, but the again the sea moss already has a certain level of sea salt in it, but you use a tip of salt and garlic is enough to make broth. So all you need is a flavor, which the sea moss has a flavor like that already, and
Hmm.
then you spice it up with whatever you want. But the turmeric is ginger, garlic, good for inflammation. So you think of it that way. Black pepper is good to absorb some ingredients, some nutrients,
Uh-huh.
even though there was I call it fake news. It could be certain black pepper where they said black pepper was toxic. Black pepper, when you're certain peppers, when you putting it in the pot, like directly if you're browning something and you put black pepper, that's
Yeah.
toxic. That's
Really?
poison, actually. Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Certain parts of thyme, when you're doing fresh thyme, the the
Mm-hmm.
um the stem from the thyme is also toxic. So you have to be careful eating certain parts of the seasoning or the way you're preparing the seasoning. So I wouldn't put the black pepper like season while I put like say I'm browning a chicken or something. I'm not
Right.
gonna drop, like if I'm stewing no, if I'm stewing a chicken, say I'm sauteing my vegetables, I'm not gonna drop the black pepper in as one of the first things to go in the pot. Like when I'm throwing all my seasoning in there, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna put black pepper because that's toxic.
You should have told me that before last night. Oh my goodness, because I was sauteing some spinach last night and I had I cut up some red onions, green onions, and yellow bell pepper before I put my spinach in, and I put my seasoning in on top of my onions and stuff, and pepper was one of them.
Yeah, you could check it out. You could read about what's when you ever using herbs and spices, anything, you have to look at the pluses and the pros and the cons.
But I never, that's just something that's, I guess from watching my mother cook or whatever, we just put it in there and keep it moving and
Yeah.
didn't think that, there was a certain way you had to do it. And,
Right.
it's like, oh,
We
that's what
didn't know.
mama did. That's what I do.
I still use my thyme whole. I still throw it in there whole, even though I know that stem can be toxic. You got to read your pros and cons of each seasoning because, like, some black pepper enhances like black pepper enhances things like turmeric is good for the brain, omega-3 is good for the brain. Black pepper might enhance those things.
Okay.
To be honest, black pepper will enhance something like CBD. Pepper enhances a lot of certain properties, you know? So that's why I think people, try to veer away from certain peppers.
Huh.
Using it in.
Well, see, I love black pepper. I always have. I love black pepper. It's like I would put pepper on my food before I put salt on my food. And I don't use much salt. And plus, I've switched over to the pink Himalayan salt. But I've just always loved pepper. So I just cook. I use a lot of black pepper. Well, when I cook, I put a lot of black pepper on my food. It's just like you say, it enhances, it just makes my food taste better. But I didn't know it had other properties and things like that.
Yeah, that's what we're doing with, like, we're practicing nutrition. So sometimes, like, when you're attracted, when your body likes has a craving, it's because whatever's in that food has something has something that either mimics or that actually is nutritious for us. Like, we crave chocolate because it has some iron in it and it has antioxidant properties to it. And of course, the sugar, no matter, it's like the most addictive thing that we eat is sugar, I think. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna be quiet really for the most of this because now I'm running out. I did my squats a little earlier.
Good morning, everybody. Peace, power, and profit. Yep, we back at it this morning. Let me introduce those who have not saw my new lovely Luella Rosebush. Yup, I've been loving on it already this morning. See, I got a new bud coming out, just as beautiful and bright. And so, yeah. So, it's my new ladies project. Love on the plant so that I can love on myself. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at that. Yep. So I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 beautiful roses that I have to love on, and I named the whole bush Lovely Luella. Love, because I'm gonna be loving on myself. And Luella, that's my grandma. She used to, so one of my cousins reminded me in the Facebook chat how much my grandma loved rose bushes, and so that I should name it after her. So I took that advice. I call it Lovely Luella. So I've been
Nice.
loving and talking to it this morning. So manifest this love in this bush. That's manifest the love in my body, my life. So,
Are you gonna plant her outside when she gets big? Or are you just gonna keep replanting her till she gets big?
Right now, it's called nurturing and getting through day 1 and day 2.
Okay.
I had to name it yesterday, which was a challenge.
Oh wow.
And I don't think I could think that far to the outside soil.
Okay.
I did add some sea moss. Yeah. I had some sea moss water that I've been drinking, that I've been using.
That ought to be interesting.
Yeah. Yep. So
the sea moss are, well, I guess sea moss the nutrients for any living thing, huh?
Well, Brother African Emporium in the panel told me last night that seawater, or I guess fishy water, is really good for plants. So
wow.
I remember that I had some, it said in sea moss. So I remember that I had some sea moss water that my trainer had put away for me. So I added some sea moss water.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Wait, I start gardening again. I got me a new tool.
we're all aquatic beings.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Mm. Oh yeah. When I get my garden, summer garden started again, I'm gonna remember that. But my tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers gonna be fabulous.
So I'm gonna love on the bush. We already know my previous experience with plants, but we're not gonna let that happen to this one because we're gonna give it life. We're talking to it this morning, so it's a part of this plant is a part of my healing process.
Awesome.
Yes, so it has to be forever present. So I have it with me. I might even travel with it. I don't know. But then when I train, I'll have it next to me, giving me courage and motivation. Yup, yup, yup. Yup, yup, yup. We're gonna make this nice and right. So some people are like, Mo is not gonna make it with this plant. Oh, that's why it's a challenge.
You'll make it, but one thing to remember is plants they like to find a spot and they like that spot. Because sometimes like if you moving and you move plants from one house to the other, it takes them a minute to flourish in the next house because they've gotten used to the spot that they were in. So too much movement, find a spot that she likes. If it likes a lot of light or whatever, just find it somewhere and put in a room with a lot of light or near a window or something like that. Too much movement, it stresses the plant.
Well, my plant gonna have to meet me where I'm at. And I plan on moving it. And so she's gonna become a mobile plant because that's where I am at. So I plan to talk to it and get it right. We're gonna get this right. Okay. So if it does not work, then I just have to change up my little strategy a little bit. But I'm not gonna leave it stationary. And I think the plant probably already knows that because that's what happened to my last plant. And I neglected it. So I already know how that's what's gonna work. Yep. And we're gonna make it happen. So we look like we got a little life this morning from yesterday. So I think I'm doing a pretty good job. And if I'm not, I'm gonna do a good job. We're gonna work on it. Right, Luella? That's right. Tell them right. So it's gonna be a part of my daily regimen on the live. So peace, power, and profit to everybody. And I apologize for yesterday morning, but we got it in at 6:30 yesterday afternoon. And not only did we get it in on 6:30 yesterday afternoon, we also was able to learn some more investment information. Hey, listen, I would tell most of you all who peek in every now and again when I post my charts on certain moves to at least find just a little time, especially towards the end of our shows. If you can't do it in immediate, towards the end is usually where a lot of tickers get to flying around. And so Brother AE got on, and Angie and Brandon and Chris and Marquise and Brother Mathis, and they started sharing. In particular, we learned about some OTC stocks that we can invest in and the brokerage account that you can use that are less than a penny, that is working their way, right? We got chastised a little bit for not having the extra dollars already available in those accounts that we can actually trade those because we've been given this information a week ago, and those same stocks have already went over 100%. So we could have taken a $5, $10, $20 of spare dollars and made it happen. Okay. So yes, so I put money in mine yesterday. I'm going to make my little trade right now. So y'all stand by because, oh my goodness, see, when we first looked at this, it was, oh man, let me go in and get mine. Don't talk about it more. Let me go in and get mine right now. so that I can have it.
Mo, I've left my list, come to think of it, because I was gonna do that this morning too. What were like 3 of those companies?
AWGI. You got that one?
Yeah.
SENY.
Yeah.
Let me get that one.
I know there was was it HETC or something like that?
It's hold up. HCMC.
Thank you.
And I'm doing mines right now.
I even, oh man, the store's not open. I need masks. Shite.
Definitely going to get it in early this morning. I'm doing it right now as we speak. Get my shares. These companies are going on a reverse merger. Sorry, I'm switching hats a little bit, y'all. Got to get my trading in. Everybody leaving me behind.
AWGI. There was another A one too, right?
Hold on, I may have it. I screenshotted it yesterday.
I put it on a paper and now I walked out without the paper.
I took a picture. I screenshot the list from Facebook.
Uh-huh.
I mean, on Facebook on Messenger. Oh, that's not what I screenshot. I screenshot the penny plays on yesterday. So that's what I screenshot. These are only 4 I have. These are the only ones that. Now I could tell you. You talking about AZFL?
I'm not sure. I thought it was something like Algo.
Oh, that was an altcoin. That was from Bitcoin. That's what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have that list too.
Great.
Yep. So let me go ahead and make my $20-$40 a day. And
you're doing it on Thinkorswim, right?
Yeah, I did it on Thinkorswim.
Okay.
So I only have one little message. I have an appointment this morning with the VA, so I can't play too long. I have an appointment today, tomorrow, so my streams are going to be short. But listen, if you're out there, I got my shirt on today. It takes all that. What is all that for you? I'm going to tell you what all that is for me. So I notice in my journeys that when I create challenges and I accomplish those missions and I accomplish them before the end of my time span or my duration, when I do that, I'll either go backwards because I'm done. I feel like, okay, it's all over and I'm done. Or I have, and then I go backwards and then I have to start that same type of challenge again. That's not where I'm at. That's not what I'm looking for this go around. So add in different challenges along the way that goes along with it. It keeps me excited, keeps me motivated, because when you talk about a lifestyle, that's why I said this is not a diet for me. This is a lifestyle change. This is something that I would like to do continuously. 60 days is a start to create that pattern or that drive to want to keep doing it. And then ever since Ali got on the show, I want to get into gardening. I want to grow peppers, red, green, yellow, orange. I want to stay mobile, get up in a timely manner, have a productive day, go to sleep in time. I don't want to be sleeping in late, going to bed late. Sleeping in late and going to bed late. I don't really like that. So I'm trying to get all of that together. I think when I was doing it in the past, I probably thought I was going to miss something or somebody. So I would try to stay up for that phone call or that knock on the door, right? But nevertheless, if that's not there within a timely manner during the day, then it's going to get missed until the next day, because I want to have a nice, productive day. So I'm going to get up before 9 o'clock, sufficient time in the morning, relax a little bit, breathe, take my time, get myself together, then tidy up whatever it is I need to tidy up around the house, then make some moves and grind and hustle a little bit, then come back, do whatever else I need to do in the house, then relax, not fill my day with TV. I got some financial goals. I'm off to a very good start when training, getting the information necessary. I want to take my time. My charting is getting better, so I want to be able to get from charting to making good option plays. That's going to be lucrative, much more than what I am now. I'm looking to get into the 4 digits versus just the 2. Well, I kind of do the little 3 right now, but it would be nice to get to the 4 digits. So in order to do that, I have to train my mind and my body. And so I'm adding on. And so as I stated, my new attraction is my beautiful Luella. Look at her. She's so gorgeous, whatnot. So I'll be, and yes, I'm gonna be talking and answering myself at the same time. Call me crazy. I already get the check. It doesn't really matter. It's already documented. So we're cool with it. And that's how we're gonna roll. Anybody got they want to add this morning? I got about good 15 minutes. Anything that you would like to share that you're doing that's working on your daily regimen?
No, that's it. Hey girls, I made like 700 in a week in the trade. So yeah, man. So we doing that was a lot. That was in looking at my weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this week was like 3 and change. It was like half of that so far. So
only on Tuesday.
We are beasted for beginners. Shit.
That's good. I'm coming right behind y'all. See, I'm following y'all. I'm paying attention. I'm the student, and I'm following y'all, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm able to like Mo said, what she saved last year. Well, what I've able to save in the various accounts that I have, I'm proud of myself, because I'm like, man, I've never been able to see this amount of money here, there, or whatever.
Support is so important. Supporting each other is so important this way, because if it boosts your confidence. So you have confidence, and then you could develop your own way of winning in those trades. I'm not fully with Marquise. Like nothing is scary. It's nothing to be scary. You look at it like how you would in eyes of a child, and everything is fresh, and you'll see your own path. But of course, you take the learning and you use those as tools. You use the tools that we learn, so learn something new every day. And thank you, Mo.
Yeah, Mo got me inspired. I actually be up a little bit more trying to learn how to read charts. I was like, oh, I got to be able to do this. I'm able to do it a little bit, but I'm still learning. I'm still watching and learning. I'll be paying attention and taking notes, and then I go back and look at it myself, and I'm like, oh, that's what they mean. Oh, because I feel proud that I know what a cup look like on the chart. That might not be much, but I'm very proud I know what it looks like.
It's big.
That's a lot. It's it's using the tool, like you just mentioned, Angie, about the tools, using what you know or what you learned to benefit and capitalize, and then you add more indicators. You add the indicators, and you just you work your way to being proficient with the information. You can't be proficient if you just kind of waiting for someone else to always throw out a ticker. When you get the tickers now, you're able to go and look at the chart and research it. You shouldn't take someone's advice and just automatically do it because they said it or because they capitalized on it. In order for you to capitalize, you need to, because you want I love the fact that most of our peers in the YouTube world talk about the scientific method. I love the fact that it challenges you to, when someone says, but why? And if the only answer you could give is he said it, or Angie said it, or Mo said it. No, you could say now that, I was in a peer group, they shouted out the ticker, this analysis, and I went back to the chart and I made my buy-in, my target price based on this, whether it's an indicator, whether it's a candle pattern, whether it's the news, the catalyst that actually allowed you or allowed you to pique your interest so that you can make that decision. So one of the things that we actually did on oh, I'm gonna eat oatmeal. Yeah, I can eat regular stuff. Is one of the tools we learned last night for social media, for those who are out there and social media is your baby and that's what you do, that's what you love to do, but your pockets are empty and you're sitting around waiting for the refund or the stimulus. When you get that, we show you someplace, since you like social media, like to stroll all day. AE taught us about the investment world in Twitter. And the way you understand and you learn about that, or you find the information or the folks that are talking, is you put the $ and you put the ticker in front of it. And then you go to that area, you go to and you find out what's some of the news that are being talked about for that particular stock. And you'll see some things that have been posted within the last minutes. And you'll see people talking about that company if they are. And you could stroll through Twitter and you could see other tickers as well. Right? And you could go through and you could check out what's the latest news, what's going on out here in these streets. You could stroll through. You may even get some extra ideas, right? And you go through and you can see information that might help you out. You see right now a lot of Bitcoin going through. We talk about a lot of the art coins, and I have two of these. I have this one and this one. And then when I look at the chart, because I had forgot I had the marathon. I'll do this real quick.
Hey, good morning, ladies. Mo.
Morning.
So I do my trading through my Fidelity account. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
So I can buy these through my Fidelity account as well, right?
Yeah, when you put in, it will let you know whether or not it's tradable. So like some companies, when you put a ticket in, it may say this stock is not tradable, but if it shows up, then it's tradable. Yeah, so you just have to go through your tickers and see which one, what is allowed. And so normally what I'll do is, especially like, so I'm on Twitter. Let me go back. If I'm on Twitter and I see it, like I see this big list right here, right? So this guy said NOI closes over 59 for the first time since January 26th. The volume is picking up. And then he's got his long list, right? And let's say you just like, you know what? Let me check out these that this guy got going on. And you pick them out one by one. Go to your Fidelity and check them out. And you look at the charts. So just like I did with the marathon.
I got to learn how to read the charts, Mo.
You gotta get the video. So here's some videos. Let me do that real quick. I'm not gonna click on them, but I'll show you. So price action is important. So reading the charts means reading price action, meaning you're looking for the peak to trough, those things, when the stock goes up and down, those type of things, and how to read them. So if you on your own time, you can't catch a class that we're doing, you could go to YouTube. I'm gonna get Garfield no strike. You could put in price action trading or price action, and you can scroll down, and there are videos that you can watch, and you'll find which one of these that you like the best. So the one YouTuber, I watch Rainer, I have his videos, and when on Tuesday evenings, I will play these. Wise Trade, I like theirs because of the charts, how they break them down. And they see this is only 10 minutes, right? And you begin to learn because you have to get amongst the lingo to understand what they're talking about. I got the beginner's guide. And so usually I let these play. So of course, Brother AE gave us some info, and I'll go back and I'll watch these and I'll match it up with AE says, or match it up with my own. I'll pick out a stock that I really like. Like you'll see me talk about fuel cell a lot. I talk about Qualcomm a lot. I talk about CRISPR a lot. Novex. So some stocks that I'll go and I'll take one though, and I'll look at those videos, Wise Trade, right? The trend line, the price action one. So if I went to his YouTube channel, let me go to his YouTube channel. I want the video to play though. Okay. You see all of these? These are the ones, of course, they're in the top list because these are the ones I went through. So I started with the price action. I do the resistance and support because that's important. You got to know where to chart it at. So price action, I'll do resistance and support right here. And I do trend line, and then I went to RSI. And that's enough right there just to get started. Just that much. Don't just keep going through all the videos because you're not going to learn much. You got to go through the price action video until you kind of get an understanding of what they're saying. Then make your way to support and resistance. Support and resistance is when I go to the chart, I'm looking for where I'm marking off my chart. So if I was to mark this one just for practice purposes, I'll put it on a year. I'll just do it just real quick when I'm talking about. And I picked out this consolidated area right here, and I'm looking for price. Now price is already above that, as you can see. Just yesterday, and we kind of paying attention to the news, knowing what's going on. We know these. This is altcoin. This is the equities that run with the Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin went up, look what this did. And this stock came from, so we talk about, where do you find this information? Well, if you look at Bitcoin and you don't want to get into Bitcoin, you want some alternate, you could have went to Twitter and you could look at that guy's list or anybody else's list and see what stock tickers that are reoccurring in that news feed. This went from $24 yesterday to $32. Tell me you didn't have $25 sitting around. You could have gave up a lunch or something and bam, and made them a couple bucks, right? Even if you only bought one share. So if I was to mark off this consolidation as being a price action area that I'm interested in, just for a quick crash course before I get off of here, I'm in TraderView. We use TraderView. We use this app to chart. You could do it for all the different assets, stocks, futures, Forex, CFDs, crypto, index, economy. You could use it for any, you could chart it out. So a lot of us, you'll see us using this TraderView background when we're live. So I was just to do a quick chart. I'd go to my horizontal line and I would choose an area where the price has hit multiple times. So just for practice purposes, I'll use this consolidated area. But we always look left to trade right. Looking left means you look at the historical data, right? So if I was to move the chart, right, just to see, I could put it on the 5-year, if it's anything out there to the left, right? So you see all of this price action, and I have to show you how to move this stuff and make it tight up. So right now, Marathon, so boom, the price is already up here. So instead of me using this area here, I would go left to see when that price action was in this same area before, okay? So as you can see, there's some consolidation here that I could use, that I could chart off to find support or resistance. And support meaning the price that I think that that the price might trend or pull back from that line down. And resistance is where it's been before, and will it exceed that? So that's where I would be playing. I would be playing in that range. And so I'll use this area. So as you can see, I've already charted this off before, but it's already broke my resistance at the 1842. It broke it yesterday, right? So at this point, I would be in the money. I would be making money from here. I probably would have played an option somewhere around that point, right? So if I was marking off this trade and I was looking for some new area to play this price, I could use the double bottoms here. Oh, what I do with my darn lines? To mark off the support. I could use that double bottom. So that price hit here, here, and it's hit here, and it's already hit there, right? Let me change the color of my line. And then, let me get rid of this one. And then if I was wanting to mark a resistance, I can either do there or I could do here. But I'll do at the top of this candle, this one here. So it's already exceeded that one actually. So I'll do this double top right there. Double top meaning the candle equal, two candles equal close, open and close at the same time, which is right at the peak. And then to learn that, you'd have to get in the back chats with us. So the blue line would be the support and the purple one would be the resistance. And so I would be trading or looking for the price. So when people say, they set their stop losses, when that price peaked here yesterday, this would have probably been my entry point at the $24.12. And I'd have set my stop loss right here at $30.76. So it would have automatically sold. So I'd have made this money in between. That's what they're talking about. But finding your entry point, your price entry point, and then setting your stop loss. You're doing it based off a price action that has happened in the past. Now, can it exceed it? Yes, it can. But we don't get emotional about trading. We just we have to have a strategy. You have to create a strategy so that you can make smart money. Now, true enough, maybe you got more than one. Maybe you sell one, take the profits off of that, and you let the other one run. If there's other indicators that actually give you the notion that this stock may do just a bit better than what where your stop loss was, and that's fine. You can do that, but you don't have to sit there and watch those tickers or watch those charts all day. It's called, being smart about your trades. And you learn that by looking at those videos, learning your price action strategy, learning how to set a trend line, like I was just doing, or find your support and resistance, and then going into the indicators, using the indicators. What do I mean? That last point, what about mean about the indicators is, now that I have this charted out, I got the moving averages on the screen. So right now I have on the screen 9-day moving average and a 50-day moving average. The goal is the 9 and the 50. So I already knew right here, this cross right here, but this back in July, of course, that's an uptrend, because when the lower moving average crosses the higher moving average, that's a bullish pattern, right? So I'm going to change this to 1 day. 1 day chart, 15 minutes. Let me move it over. So now we're in real time. It's pre-market right now. Let me open this out. So look at that. It's pre-market. It's already exceeded my, it's beyond the price action in a lower time frame. So you want to look at a higher time frame and come to a lower time frame, it's already gone past mine. So I would have to go back and look to see if there's some more. Well, I'd have to do it on higher time frame, some more price action, because it then went beyond my little resistance. Okay, if I was charting it out in that manner. So I would just go back to the 1 year, scrunch this down, put this all in perspective. And so obviously in the 1 year view, I don't see that price action. So I'd go out to 5 years. Bam, there it is. So at some point, this is a huge cup and handle, a mushroom shape. At some point, this price action has already exceeded this 32, right? So let me bring this in a little bit. So in actuality, this company has potential to this price action to be way up there. Bring it down. So boom. So my little charting. So see what just happened, what I had to do. Let me bring that back. When I'm charting. So these are no longer relevant right now because I have to go back some more because this company has potential to bring it has potential its higher high to 160. Okay. So now I'm playing in the price action here. I'm going up because it's right here now. So now I would have to change my target goal and find new support and resistance in this area right here. That's money that's money that's out there that's in held status right here. Bam. Right here. So I'd have to chart that. I could chart that as a basis of support. And boom, up in here. So I can use this. Or I could go higher. But you'd learn that up in here. Right? So that's opportunity. So when people say, how did you know it was going to go up? How did you know it was going to make that move? Well, it's done it in the past. and the stock market works in patterns. So if it did, there's a song Ty Tribbett say, if it did it before, it'll do it again. And that's what they mean by looking left to trade right. Yes. That's that quick crash course. For those videos I just showed on Wise Trade, they are, it will help you start to understand and get the lingo down and how to look at the chart. So price action is what we follow. What's the market sentiment? What's this people saying out there? What are they doing with their trades? What are they talking about? Going to the chart, looking at it. And one last thing, because I showed the technical, but I didn't show the financial, is to go in and looking at the company's balance sheet. And you would do that by going, you can use FinViz, sign in, it's a free account. And when you go there, you can put in the MARA. Oh, MARA, that's the ticker we was looking at, the Marathon Pattern Group. All right, this is the monthly. And you can look at this chart over the 10-year time period. And as you can see, as we just stated, this stock has at some point been to 230 something bucks. Okay, so this is a price action where we are right now at the 32. And so now we could look at either this price action or we could look at this price action right here as a target point. And so you could chart it out over time. So that's how you make decisions over time. Put it on the daily. Really? Starting pop-ups. All right. See, it has already exceeded all this consolidation. So you'd have to go, let's go weekly. Bam. Already exceeded all that consolidation. And so monthly is where you push it out to get the 10-year. Bam. And so you see that there's the price action out here. Okay. Now let's get the ATR. The ATR is the true range. Well, you look at the charts. If you come down in the FinViz, you look at the fundamentals, look at the financials of the company. You look at it, you're like, whoa, check these folks out. Look at this performance over the week, over the month, over the quarter, half a year, year to date, what it's looking like. Its ATR is $3.62, average true range. Okay, so you can look at the chart, look at the financial, see how that company is doing, whether or not you want to invest in it. Boom, you look down here at the ratings, see what they're talking about. It's already exceeded these ratings. It's at 32. And then bam, you can look at the news on the bottom. What's going on? Who's talking about what? What's the driving ticker? And we already know Elon Musk, he drove the price action for the crypto. That was y'all quick crash course, gave you a source gave you audio, gave you some reading, and demonstration beats conversation, baby. I think I'm learning
Nice,
something.
Mom.
Yep. So
Nice. I guess I get that's what I watched last night as much as I could when you guys was on. I'm gonna go back and watch some of the videos. Cause like Bitcoin, I get confused. I see two tickers out there. I see a GBT something. And then I see another one. So how do I know which one belongs to Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is BTC.x.
See, that's what I thought.
So you could go to Google and you could put in you could put in cryptocurrency. You put in Coinbase, so you can just put in cryptocurrency at the stocks. So just want cryptocurrency. And you can look at a list and boom, there you go. Investopedia, that's our #1 source for investing. Tell you exactly what it is. And you can read through that.
Okay.
Well, you hear us say altcoins a lot, right? But the Bitcoin is the beat. Let me go down. Looking for the tickers. And it will keep you up in the know.
Okay.
So these are all different Bitcoin alternative lists. So you got, these are the other tickers that go along with it. So you see BTC. And you can stroll down. Should be a list. It'll go through the list.
Okay. I'll find it more. Thank you.
Yeah. And so that's how you know. Investopedia, if you put in the word, if you just search Bitcoin, it will stir you in the right place of the right ticker that you should be looking for. And so we do some altcoins, which is be cheaper than the actual Bitcoin. It will be less. So you can stroll down, you can say, okay, what are altcoins? You can come to Investopedia, bam, and it'll give you an understanding of exactly what it is. It'll show you the types of them. You see people mine a lot. Those are the gamers. Those are the kids. A lot of the kids, I mean adults too, but a lot of kids, they get into mining and they make a lot of money too. And you can learn all about that from here, from Investopedia.
Okay.
I know more. I got in on that Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm.
That thing been doing me so good.
Yep.
I was like, whoa. I mean, I've made, from what I put in,
mm-hmm.
I've made that about 3-4 times over.
Right. So you get excited when you're able to grow your money in the market. And that's one of the things, you know, being able to become financially stable. How do you do it? Can you make money and create those multiple sources of income or create stability later on? And so once you start understanding it, you break it down, it's gonna be really cool because, you know, I started trading last year around this time. So it took a whole year for me to start getting some of the lingo, and I'm still not proficient. So I'm still in training, but I'm able to, if someone asks, I'm able to give them a healthy explanation and some sources where to go. So use those YouTube videos when you're not around, you know, when you're not around us, because it's going to actually allow you to shape your conversation or shape your understanding of when you hear somebody like Brother African Emporium or Marquise or Brandon or Chris or Andre, or, you know, and all those out there, Camille, because when they start talking about investment, they use investment terms. So you have to catch up to them. They're not going to, you know, they're singing to the source. And so in order for you to start getting an understanding, you have to start, you know, capitalizing on those materials. And those videos aren't very long. You start to build a tolerance for it after a while. So with that being said, I got to go because I have an appointment at 8 that I got to get ready for. So I appreciate you all. I appreciate your time. I definitely appreciate your support out there. So peace, power, and profit.
Peace out.
You be on tonight, right?
Yep, not live though.
Oh, I know not live.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I'll see you tonight. I got some questions.
doesn't mean that I'm better now. We still equal. You having problems, hold on, gotta see through. Just believe in the Father, cause he believed in you. The love of God is everywhere, and we well connected. Go to a church near you if you need a blessing. And stop stressing, don't let the enemy steal your joy. Praise God anyway if you're unemployed. And the pain that you're having in your lower back, anoint the area and pray that God can handle that. And if you worry about your kids and their way they living, speaking to the atmosphere that they all Christians. For the team serving God, I know it's a battle. Fornication is an issue that a lot are having. But don't stop, keep striving, never give up. Just believe in your heart that God is with us. And for the low self-esteem trying to find you, how you look, what you wear doesn't define you. You find who God made you must start remind you. You're fearfully and wonderfully made times two. This life is hard, so hard I can't breathe. But you have blessed me, see another day. Sometimes I can't see where you have me, but I know you're all I need. This life is hard, so hard I can't breathe. But you have blessed me, see another day. Sometimes I can't see where you have me, but I know you're all I need. Lord, I gotta give you glory in the way of living. Not only Sunday, but I live every day of listening. A lot of people want life on a silver platter, but I'd rather have life the same way you had it. God, I know I don't deserve all of the above, but my sins are forever washed in your blood. I can't thank you enough for all the things you do. Through faith, Lord, I put all my trust in you. True. Hey. So hard I can't breathe, but you have blessed me. See another day. Sometimes I can't see where you have me. I need. This life is hard, so hard I can't breathe. But you have blessed me. See another day. Sometimes I can't see where you have me, but I know you're all I need. This life is hard, so hard I can't breathe. But you have blessed me. See another day. Sometimes I can't see where you have me, but I know you're all I need. This life is hard, so hard I can't breathe. But you have blessed me. See another day. Sometimes I can't see where you have me, but I know you're all I need. True. Yo, what up, man? Ty, what up, man? Judah, I see you, homie. Hey, I think it's important that we be transparent on this track, you know? Let the people see who we are. Let me talk to them. I want to give thanks to man and put his life on the line. My blessings divine. How I put my life on these lines. Been hiding behind darkness like the curtains and blinds. But realized that I can shine without the curtains and blinds. Finish my time. That's why my living sicker than swine flu. Must I remind you that I feel like untied shoes, but I knew that I can be redeemed by the council. Had to get away from pride and hatred, had the belts too. But I knew that fornication is something I would not do. But when you think you're strong in the area, he'll try you. I fell, Lord, because the strength I was using was not you. Was so wrapped into my soul that I forgot you, but not you. You never forgive me, that's why I got to stay humble and keep my spirit clean for when it's not you. I know I'm so apologetic, but I feel I gotta be, cause I saw a side of me that I never thought that I'd see. Again, but that goes to show you the sin is lurking. But if you too wrapped up into it, you can miss your purpose. On purpose, Sunday morning service is when I worship. Won't read the Bible through the week just to get a word in. Is it working? I can fake like my spirit's growing, but the truth is my spirit's longing for the moment to get intimate with the King that's giving me mercy. Ironic, I'm running from a man that'll never fall on the floor. Heartbroken and unappreciated, trouble coping, let's open drinks alleviate. Beast in my mind, women at one time, condoms in line, can't even say I was blind. Knew what I was doing, my life was so ruined. Flesh, I kept pursuing this fight, I was really losing. Partying strange women, the only thing I was choosing. Drinking and quake drinking, the only thing that was moving. Evil I ran from, I now ran to. Some things I never did, I automatically do. How did I get here? I don't have a clue. If I think back, I blame you. By His grace and mercy, I kept my faith. Ask for what I got, see, right? See, right? See, right? See, right? I'm a teddy bear tyrant. I'm a Somalian pirate. I'm a cellmate with cancer. I'm a rhetorical answer. Stand back so you can follow me. Listen to this track as I hollow me and put it on a buffet for you. Just trying to let my life play for you. So you can drink and you can dance. Do the miscegenation of dance. And I ain't crying victim of no circumstance. I'm more crying for the victims of my traveling pants. So I stood up, took a stance. No more on my feet and Ruth's hands. Now they firmly planted in booth stands. I put my cape on and I turn into booth man. You be happy if this verse get killed. Me, I'm just happy that I'm not John Wilkes. The booth, the blood gets spilled and grown men get exposed for what's under that kilt. And really, we just some G-string dudes. Good green, good drink, good women, and good food. Good God Almighty, what happens to good dudes when good God Almighty don't happen to shine through? Right? It's true. What up, y'all? Hello, man. CAP. Next tape is almost CAP. This is just the beginning, man. True or false? Hey. I can tell you. Listen, I believe you know who I am. TREEYUNGTA, preserving I am. On him, is he died on the cross to take away my sins. And I think you should try him. By him, you can. Trust me, I know. Shooting hot like pyro. I'm repping them every day, giving them glory and never will stop till I live. I'm thinking about placing them, giving them worship, so I my thing with my kids. So, this music I'm doing is so suspenseful. She gave me the dance. I'm a 10, I'm like, I'm trying to get these souls saved. Not the time, but to God, I'm like, yeah, I can go. Hey, catch the ending, but I'll show you just from the beginning. We got a lot of people sitting, but I'll try to see this. Hey, this is just the beginning. God is amazing, rich, ancient, Jamaican, and Caucasians. Gotta have a lot of patience when we witness into a whole nation. Complacent, I ain't. Are you? I ain't. I think a lot of people don't know him. They know him. I ain't. That's it. Come on, you gotta know a little bit about your master. A lot of folks walk around here with no caster. They feel with your spirit. They talk about it, but what can't get it? Holy Spirit, come in. Your way. I never want to kill the spirit. That's why I feel it with the things I feel it. I gotta hit this, so I put on the hit list. So you gotta let it really want to sit with and get it. Jesus. No one ain't even get it. This is just the beginning. Catch the ending, but I'll show you just from the beginning. Got a lot of people sitting, but I'll try to see this. Hey, this is just the beginning. Okay, listen, I'm back. Listen to this. I got the gift to rap. Nah, no Christmas. Get this, listen. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We talk about it, preach about it, speak about it, teach about it, but still I'm getting it. Oh man, I know this thing will pass. The girl was hungry, so I passed. Food, but I heard she say she fasting. And if you listen close, I was past tense. I never thought that I'd be passing. On the road doing shows, I promise music is my passion. It's everlasting. There's a little gonna give this up. The price to life is Christ. To them, the cost of living sucks. Not us. The price is right. Call me Bob Barker. Lightweight on the skateboard, had to get bigger. Now I grind harder. I got my own shine. Make it shine brighter. On the road to God is never. I'm like no giant harvest. Yeah.